the two square up after the ball has long gone. Oh, and now Toure has pushed over his opponent, and this could all start to kick off here. Adelaide thought they should have had a penalty. It's still on between Ziegler and Toure. Everybody's joining in, and Chris Beath has got an awful lot of sorting out to do. But the big question, should Adelaide have been awarded a spot kick? Here it is again, Andy.
Well, he had a great chance in on goal and goes away from goal. From here, my first response is there's a case to answer. I think it's a penalty. Yeah. And then the older, more experienced players of the Wanderers then zero in on the young target and milk it for all it's worth. He loses his cool from there.
Well, Toure shouldn't have done that. There's all sorts of shirt fronting and bumping and barging going on after that. But what you can say with regards to Toure is that if Chris Beath is consistent, he won't sanction Al Hassan Toure because he didn't sanction Mitch Duke in the first half. The bigger question is whether there's a penalty to be awarded for Adelaide.
Well, they're sorting out the melee first, seems to me. The Bengal Lancers are in.
5 minutes to be added. I think that's going to be a little bit more once we got to the end of all this. Chris Beath is going to have a look at the screen to check whether there was enough contact for him to award Adelaide a penalty and make it a hugely dramatic finish here at Coopers.
Well, maybe it's a confidence thing. Just, the contact accidental or not is charged into Toure. The ball's gone away. Skill through the player. It's got to be a penalty, in my humble opinion.
That's how it happened in real time. Yeah, I'm with you, Harps. I think it's a spot kick. But let's see what Chris Beath decides.
The ball first goes through, however, and this is where Al Hassan Toure's confidence maybe dropped a little bit. His touch didn't take him towards goal.
He wants to have a look at this as well. Now, I imagine that if he opts to take sanction against Al Hassan Toure, there will be uproar here because of the inaction against Mitch Duke in the first half. This is the usual handbag stuff that follows that sort of an incident. All push and shove and raised arms, raised voices. And the two big things Chris Beath has to sort out: is it a penalty, and what does he do about Al Hassan Toure and perhaps Patrick Ziegler as well? Long delay. First decision is penalty, and I think that's the right option. Just explaining the decision now to Matt Yerman and Patrick Ziegler. Well, you know my views on VAR, but this is what it's here for.
Yeah, he didn't have quite the control, but then does well here, rounds it up nicely. It's a clever roll. It's a foul. I mean,
it's a clumsy challenge.
The point is, it happens anywhere else on the field, there's no doubt. And he's lost his cool at that point. And then the more experienced players for the Wanderers get the sniff of blood in the water.
Well, no Riley McGree, of course, who was an option to take penalties. George Blackwood has never scored one in the A-League. Did score one in the Cup a couple of years ago against Melbourne Victory. And let's be honest, he's got to net this if Adelaide are to be a chance. Daniel Lopez been excellent between the sticks for the Wanderers. If he saves this, it's surely game over. It is George Blackwood. Confident finish. Back to 3-2. Game on. And we've got about 4 minutes to play.
And no further intervention from the match officials for the melee. And 7 minutes of stoppages from here. This is a clever roll, really clever play. Ziegler waves his protest, then acclaims that Toure has dived. Not substantiated, that was, from Blackwood. Very assured penalty.
Just his second of the season, George Blackwood. And it's given Adelaide renewed hope. In the death throes of what has been a really intriguing contest. Al Hassan Toure did get a yellow card.
Oh, he did. Well, there we go. I missed that one. Well, the fans rewarded. I mean, the team is on the cusp of a loss, but they deserve at least the stirring comeback of the penalty. And the last few minutes of furious action. They've put up with the heat like everyone. Their team's played well tonight. On balance and over the course of the 90-plus, probably the better of the two teams. Fortunes favoured the Wanderers. But can Adelaide push home and snatch an equaliser?
Free kick floated towards the box, steered clear by Georgievski, not far enough though. Oh, did that come off the arm of Georgievski? You know what? I'm not sure it did it. Georgievski pleads his innocence. Wow, well, that's going to be interesting on the replay.
Well, what about squeaky bum time for the Wanderers?
Goodness me.
He's had a match to control here, Chris Beath. Needed all his experience. The fans are ropeable.
And they're all strengthened for VAR around Coopers. Everyone on their feet. Georgievski with the angelic look on his face. They are checking it. Let's have another look.
No, that's not going to be a penalty. It's just not.
It glances off the elbow, but,
yeah, but
I don't think he's making himself bigger, is he?
You know, the edict.
I don't think, but who knows, Andy?
Well, does his arm move away? I mean, I just don't
know.
The protocols for this now, I don't think that's going to be given.
You know, his arm is moving towards the ball, though, isn't it? Oh, look.
Yeah, but look where he's...
Who knows?
From what I've heard and seen, I don't think this one's going to be a penalty.
Famous last words, Harps.
Well, you know, I don't presume to say I understand the system, but...
Chris Beath's having a long think about it, waiting to be advised by Kurt Ams. He's going to have a look. Goodness me.
I think it's right that he has a look. I think it's right that he has a look.
Could this game get any more dramatic?
And he's already indicated that I've seen it and his arms were in.
Yeah.
Now, is there going to be compelling evidence that I got it wrong the first time, like irrefutable, obvious error type evidence? I don't know. Anyway, we'll let it run its course.
It's a tough one. Who'd be a referee? And anyone who thinks VAR has taken the pressure off them, well, it should be Chris Beath at this particular moment, because this is, we talk about game-changing decisions made by referees. This is one. Of that, there is no question. We're into the 8th minute of injury time. Georgievski said he pulled his arm away.
But, you know, it's the natural spin of the body. His head's turned, his arms are in.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, Harps. We've seen this stuff given before. Yeah. Let's have a look.
Drum roll, please.
Penalty. There you go, Harps. There you go. Georgievski's saying he's had enough. He's going. Daniel Georgievski's saying, I'm off. I'm going down the tunnel. I'm not playing. Goodness me. Can you believe this? Marcus Babbel, so close to what is a hugely needed victory, could see it snatched away in the most dramatic of circumstances. A second penalty in injury time awarded against the Wanderers after they looked to be cruising at 3-1. I'm not sure I've ever seen anything to match this, even in terms of the huge VAR drama we've had over the last couple of years. Can Blackwood succeed again? It's all on this. Oh, and he's put it over the crossbar.